Welcome and all to the Society of Ordinary Gentlemen. I'm just an ordinary gentleman named Danny, who happens to be your host. Sorry about missing last week's episode. I was a bit under the weather. We had a good time though. Before I got sick, I headed over to a good friend of mine's house and we went out for a wonderful pasta dinner. Kind of hung out. We were celebrating his birthday. The next morning, we headed out to Poplar Bluff, Missouri to catch the solar eclipse. I didn't do any sort of videography or picture taking or anything while we were going. I was more just trying to enjoy the occasion. Kind of reminded of a Alan Watts lecture where he's talking about how modern society is doomed, that we're overthinkers and somehow a special occasion is spoiled for us unless photographed, and to read about it in the newspaper the next day is oddly more satisfying than the event itself. And I've really been trying to just live and experience some things some more and document things a little less than I normally like to. Usually I very much enjoy heavy documentation of things. Just makes my brain feel at ease, but in this case, I just kind of enjoyed the event. What will most likely be a once in a lifetime thing for me and our friends. So it was a good time. I did come down with a little bit of the crud afterwards, and I'm still trying to recover. My voice isn't quite all the way back yet, and still not back to normal, but we're getting there. So thankful for that. Also, I had my former instructor reach out to me, and one of the projects that I worked on as a final project, like a graduation project, before leaving as a civil drafter and designer, was working on a set of drawings for the Skills USA Teamworks competition. It's a competition where they have soon to be carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and everything. They all compete to show off their skill sets in a competition based format. In this case, they work off a set of drawings and they were building a residential bathroom, like a mock up of it. So they frame everything out, come in with plumbing, electrical, all that, and make a to code, essentially just bathroom. And I got to do all of the drawings, some of the design layout, and some of the reworks of some existing designs to put together their competition design this year. And my former instructor reached out to me, said that the staff there that was actually doing the competition were impressed with my ability to lay out drawings and were very thankful that I helped them out with the competition. And they're supposed to be sending along some photos of the stuff actually being built and everything. So that's going to be really cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing all that. In more society-based news, we did have the opportunity to pick up a few things. We added a bottle to the whiskey shelf, as well as a few cigars to the humidor. The bottle of whiskey we added, unfortunately, we didn't get to enjoy for the occasion that we wanted to enjoy it on. I got it so we could enjoy a nice whiskey after getting back from dinner, and I was already starting to feel a little bit off, so we didn't end up opening the bottle. But it is a nice enough bottle. It was some Bowman Brothers Pioneer Spirits. That's a Virginia straight bourbon whiskey, a small batch. It's a Saserac company owned distillery. The distillery is A. Smith Bowman Distillery in Virginia. The age statement on that bottle is somewhere between 6 and 7 years. The ABV or proof on that is going to be a 90 proof. The price point MSRP is $33. I think I got it for $1 overstated MSRP after taxes, something like that. So I didn't do too bad on it. We have some notes that we pre-pulled. I don't try to put a ton of stock in the notes and the flavor notes and the tasting notes that we get until I've actually tried the bottle, and I'm just really pulling that information so I can compare to what it is they're saying I should be tasting versus what it is I'm actually experiencing. But look for that to be something that we try out on the channel in the near future. We did have the opportunity to also add some cigars to the humidor. The humidor project kind of got pushed back because, like I said, it was supposed to be happening last week, and just all of the crud and the ookiness I didn't get around to actually setting the whole thing up. We did get it kind of put together and started cleaning it. It is one of the chillador units, so it had a little bit of manufactured plasticky sort of smell going on in it that we needed to clean up. So luckily, in the downtime while I was sick, I just had some baking soda and stuff sitting in there to kind of clean that out. It seems to be all gone, and we're starting the humidification of the humidor, and it's coming up to temp. Um, we've got a nice Govee digital hydrometer unit that we're using, so that's tracking our temperature and our relative humidity inside of the humidor for us, and putting all that into a nice spreadsheet with charts and graphs and things so we can follow along with how the cigars have been kept. I figure that's pretty important if we're going to talk about flavor tasting notes. We don't want dry or improperly kept cigars before we're doing tastings. So hopefully that unit will be up and going, and I plan on shooting a whole collection video for the cigars that I do have in my collection now. It's not a massive collection. This is something that I've just gotten into, but I definitely seem more interested in collecting cigars than I am smoking them at the moment. So I'm sure that will get out of hand very quickly. But let's talk about a few of the things that we've added to the humidor this week. The first one being the Lost Art. That is an Alec Bradley cigar. The Lost Art is a Honduran wrapper, Honduran binders, and Nicaraguan binders. That's fillers as well. So it's Honduran Nicaraguan binder and filler. The overall length is going to be 6.25 inch. That's a 52 ring gauge. I went ahead and pre-populated everything in our system with a few tasting notes and some background information. Again, not something that I put a ton of stock in until I've actually enjoyed it, but it's nice to have that information available. We're just picking up single sticks at the moment, just so I can try a wide variety of things before adding any sort of like considerable stock to the humidor setup here. So another one that we got is also from Alec Bradley. It's going to be the Magic Toast. This came recommended by a friend of mine and local cigar club hangout, if you will. Nice gentleman, and he suggested the Magic Toast, and I seen it when I was walking through the humidor, and I kind of really enjoy the band and the overall presentation on this cigar. Plus, the backstory is pretty interesting. I'm sure that's something we'll cover when we get to the review about why it's called Magic Toast and the whole backstory on it. But this is, of course, an Alec Bradley produced cigar. The wrapper is Honduran. The binders are Nicaraguan and Honduran, as well as the fillers. It's a 6-inch overall length, 52 ring gauge. And MSRP on it is $9.50. I think I got it for a touch under MSRP. But all in all, I didn't do too bad on it. Again, we grabbed a single stick just to try out. Another one that we added is a Perdomo cigar. That's Perdomo's lot number 23. I found interesting just because of what it is. The overall review on this is a 92 by Cigar Journal. The country of origin is Nicaragua. The factory is Perdomo, and it's straight Nicaraguan throughout. Wrapper, binder, and filler. It's all from lot number 23, which I thought was very interesting that it is a single location produced. And they say it's got about 5 years of age. It's Cuban seed, and it all comes from, well, lot 23, which is why I'm interested in trying it out. It says it's natural sun grown. I'm not huge on the natural stuff. I'm usually more of a Maduro kind of person, but I'm trying to try a bunch of variety and everything since I'm just now getting into cigars. Try a little bit of this and that from every company to see what it is I enjoy. Try to develop my palate for cigars a little bit. Other than that, we did get the opportunity to enjoy some pipes and pipe tobacco. Still enjoying the Meerschaum a lot. It's starting to put on some pretty decent color. I'll do an update video on that sometime in the near future. Enjoying some flakes. I seem to be heading for the flakes more often than not here lately. A combination of either the Faulkner flake, some number 400 Superior, or some Navy flake. So that seems to be what I'm reaching for the most. I tried a little bit more of the Nutty Irishman just to see if maybe that one day it just wasn't there for me, and I'm just not very into the aromatic pipe tobacco, I guess, or at least I just haven't found the right one yet. But I was going to do a little bit of hanging out on the back porch here and enjoying a pipe, but unfortunately, we've got a storm rolling in. It was starting to sprinkle a little bit. So hopefully, in the near future, we're going to be able to do that. I'm also putting together all of the stuff we need for a brew day. So I want to hang out and have a brew day. I might try to see if we can do sort of a live stream on that. So you can pop in and out and hang out and talk with us while we brew, or maybe enjoy a nice beverage and a pipe while we hang out and have a bit of a conversation. But that's about all I have for you today. Stay tuned for more episodes on cigars and whiskeys and wines and beers and all sorts of other things. If you've got anything that you think we definitely should be trying or adding to our queues, we now have all that system up in place. So if you've got quality recommendations on whiskeys, wines, beers, tobaccos, um, I'm even into knives and pens and all sorts of everything that you would expect an ordinary gentleman to enjoy. So look forward to hearing from you in the comment section. And until next time, everybody, I'm Danny from the Society of Ordinary Gentlemen, wishing you well, and we'll see you then.